Alright, that took entirely too long. Hello, welcome to the stream. Was having technical difficulties as I often have whenever I come back to streaming. So, yep. Let me see here. I think YouTube streams, chat seems to be having some sort of an issue. Leave a comment if you can see the stream. But yeah, for the most part, I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitch, so wherever you guys prefer to watch me, you guys can do that. I'm gonna be working on my comic. A little flustered from the technical difficulties, but we are here, and I'm gonna get started on drawing. I think that was about an hour of struggling. I think that was about an hour, so it has been fun. Okay, drinking some water. I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing. YouTube is a little bit more serious about things when it comes to music on their streams, so I won't be playing any music through the through to you guys, so you guys can go ahead and play whatever music you guys want to listen to. But yeah. Stream is gonna be going until about 8:30 today, so it's about an hour. Yep. Right now I'm working on this page and trying to get things going. I'm a little worried about what's going on with the YouTube. This is the YouTube one, right? Do I have to sign into it? I wouldn't think that, since it literally is my account. I don't know what's going on with today. Um, I don't get it. Trying to understand what is going on with accounts and things of that nature. It's like the perfect amount of things to allow me to not focus on drawing. It's like, okay, you want to see what's going on with your chat on YouTube? For some reason, something weird's happening with your account at this very moment. Time for you to go to your email address and verify things and all this other stuff. And it's like, alright, come on, man. At what point am I supposed to be okay with this? I don't. So you just sent me an email, but the email doesn't show up when I look for it, so how am I supposed to get the code I'm supposed to enter to verify that it's me if I don't see where that is? Okay. This is making no sense to me. So you're telling me that my Google account is attached to my YouTube, and my OBS is attached to my YouTube account, which is also attached to my Google account. But I can't see my chat from YouTube because something has just happened mysteriously that is unlinked, which makes me not be able to view what people are saying while I'm streaming. All these things are already connected. I don't get to see it. Alright, well, only thing I can do is just keep up multiple windows. How's it going, everyone? Oh wow, look, there are people here that have spoken that I could not see at all. Hello, Chauncey. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. And hello, Tavon. Alright, I think I have enough space to be able to see everything now. Alright, oh, that's not his expression, that's my expression. Alright, he's supposed to be really relaxing. Yeah, definitely want to get back into streaming, so that's why it's been a while, but come back. Happy that I guess multi-stream has been some sort of thing that has been able to be implemented for a lot of other people. I've always wanted to try out that idea. Because back in the day, some people had some sort of software or programs that they'd be able to kind of get to work in a multi-stream type of fashion, but it either costed like a certain amount of money or I don't know, required a little bit much, so I didn't jump into it then. And now that it's like a lot easier and stuff, it doesn't feel like such a hassle to try. But of course, I am having some technical difficulties now that I'm trying it here and there. I would mostly like to, what is it called? I chalk that up to my own experience, honestly. It's not like I've been streaming a lot recently, so I get used to it. I mean, no, it wasn't too crazy to set up. I would say when things don't work out, it feels more like things are out of your hands, and that's the real frustrating part of it. Um, it's just about like it's like it's when things mess up digitally, it's almost kind of like I guess it's similar to physical, but we get used to what those things are. But with me with digital, it's like you gotta know what to kind of move, touch, change, and I guess I haven't done enough streaming or stuff like that to be able to figure out all that on on my own easily. So I'm getting better at it. It's just not it's not the funnest thing to kind of have to go through to figure out when you're in the process of actually doing something. It'd be essentially like you want to play a video game, but in order to play the video game, all right, you get the disc or you get the game, whatever, you get it, you start the button, you start the game, you press the start button or whatever it is, and then while that's happening, that's when all the technical difficulties happen. Like you remember when we used to try and get the PlayStation games to work, and you would have to hope and pray to God, summon a demon, everything, sign your life away just to get the disc to work, just to hope that the PlayStation logo would pop up so that the game would actually start running. That is what it feels like when I just press like start streaming. And I know it shouldn't feel like that, but there's so much checking to do. I press start streaming, I have to go to Twitch, then I gotta come back to YouTube, see if I got a picture that popped up. If a picture popped up, awesome. Usually you have to check your audio. I haven't been on that recently. And then after that, you can go, okay, I can tell everybody that I'm streaming now. So I have to go to all the different platforms. It's a lot of little things like that. How about a second CPU? Nah, what I would need is more monitors, honestly. I have like a small monitor and a really big monitor. So I have two. But I'm like, if I just had one more, then that means that I could just have, I don't know, a screen just for other stuff. And for right now, I only have two. So, yeah, I basically can't see a lot of things unless I move other windows around. Is anyone caught up on Arcane? Cause I'm basically caught up on that. When the first season dropped, I kind of waited before checking it out, and then I started watching it. I think like 4, maybe even 6 months later. Kind of checking out the show on my own. I think for what they did with tying together, what is it called? 3D and 2D animation. I think that they did a very good job with the style in which they went for. But I do think that the show overall kind of suffers in some regards. I think that the art of the show is what the real achievement is for that show. The art of the show is pretty good. I think the writing is okay. Like, it has parts here and there that are really good, or good in general. But I feel like I'd say the writing, the fights, and some of the moments, some of the major moments kind of take a hit because of the pacing of the show, along with like how they try to go into using music for the show. I feel like if they kind of pull back on the show, if they kind of pull back on the show and how they use the music, I feel like it'll be better for it. Oh, you're way out of the loop? Oh, it's just this, it's Art Arcane, it's based off of the world of League of Legends. I've never gotten into League of Legends, and I hear I shouldn't. I hear I should just kind of check out Arcane in general, but not move on to check out the game, because I hear it's really addictive in a bad way or something like that. But yeah, I think that the show looked good, but when I think about the pacing of the what they want to happen in the story, I kind of feel like I can like, it kind of takes me out of the experience, because I'm not explain it. You ever feel like when you see someone who's having like a pacing issue, that like you can tell because they really want to do this other thing, and they really have to get to this certain point every single chapter or every single episode, something needs to happen here a certain type of way. Because of stuff like that, you lose the nuance with the characters, or some of how things could feel, because you don't get to spend enough time with them in certain areas. It's kind of just how it goes sometimes. It's not even just time spent. It's about like how you say one moment. It's kind of like so how do I explain it? Okay. Okay, it's like sometimes in American comics you can see the same type of problem, right? You only have about usually around 20 to 22 pages for a comic chapter. See, I'm not as familiar with Gantz as I probably should be, but I know comics in general. But around 22 pages you have, right? And if everything is really, really plot driven, you don't have the real estate to give that character extra time doing stuff that doesn't involve the plot. Now, some people seem to like this, but what I think that people like is they like I guess they like that the story is going somewhere, sure, but I also feel like you miss out on like those extra parts to a character expressing emotions, all types of other stuff. I can't really get too much into it. Um, but when things become too much about plot, you kind of lose character. Like, you don't have time to get into the character, you know? I feel like the show tries to balance that well, and I feel like it was probably done better in the. I gotta rethink it a little bit, but maybe it was done better in the first part of Arcane. Uh, you have the kids. Kids are trying to figure out this, what's going on. Um, they find, like, Topside is like, oh, we're trying to figure out where these crystals went. Trying to figure out what's going on with it. And the adults essentially come in, or the main adult in the freaking story basically goes and says he's gonna do something about what the kids essentially did to get in trouble. I don't know. The pacing didn't feel so bad in like the first 4 or 5 episodes, even though things were still going faster. But it felt like you had like little downtime between like Powder and Vi and stuff like that here and there. But as soon as the time skip happens, things are just going back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards all the time. You don't really get a chance to slow down. And when you don't get a chance to slow down until they want to do a montage or like a music video for something, it really does lose the umph. It's like they're trying to force something to be cool. It's just, if it's cool, it's cool. I mean, you could like go out your way to be like, yo, this thing is cool. But like, I don't know. I would just say I would have done it differently. It's not even that it's like completely bad, but it does take me out of it. Yeah, I don't like spoiling people. It's not what I want to do. I want you to go in there and check it out for yourself. Um, and have your own opinion. But yeah. I would just say if there's a serious moment going on, right? This is serious to the plot, right? Something big is happening, right? And you have a fight scene happening, right? While also a big plot point is being revealed at the same exact time. I don't feel like you should turn that into a music video. I feel like the only time you should do music video stuff is in montage, in my opinion. It shouldn't be something that is actively happening that's important. It should be something that can be passively enjoyed without anything important happening in the current, state of things. If you're trying to catch us up on something that we missed, oh, okay, dang, I missed that. What did happen? Okay, let me do a little montage, if you will, of things that are kind of led up to here. Boom, and then you take us out of that, and then we get back to the story that we're supposed to be experiencing as it unfolds in front of us. Now, a fight scene that's happening in this very moment, it's not even a flashback, it's important to the plot. I kind of want to really focus on that. If anything, I would like you to turn the music down. I want to just hear the fight. I want to hear every part of it. I want to hear if somebody whispers to somebody else. I want to hear all the noises the character is going to say, or, the words they're going to say. How their armor sounds when it gets struck, or the debris and sound of the air, the wind, whatever. I want to hear all those things. I want to immerse myself in the fight. Now, if you start blasting music that honestly doesn't feel like it goes to this fight, I'm going to feel like I'm watching two different things. Yeah, I don't know. That's just not what I would have done. Oh, thanks, man. I don't think it's always that. It's just my opinion. Alright, got about 30 minutes left. cool. Gonna definitely try to have more streams more often. Hopefully, I'll be able to work through these kinks to these problems with the stream and whatnot, so I won't have to worry so much about things not working out. Also, for some reason, when I was trying to get the stream to work, Twitch wasn't allowing me to share the link properly with Twitter. I was just like, okay, that's weird. But eventually, I just removed like the word live because I don't know, like a censored word on Twitter. It's very odd. Well, yeah, the best animated things that I've seen this year are something called Look Back. Was an adaptation of Tatsuki Fujimoto's work by the same name. It's a manga. Um, that was great. Um, they really understood which moments to capitalize on and knew when to kind of make more of those moments. Um, Very important to be able to figure that out. Um, the other the other one is called One Piece fan letter. Those two were top tier. Like, they're so good that, like, hmm, the directing was good. The color choices were good. The the layout designs were good. The character designs were good. The pacing was good. The music was good. If you liked Sakuga, if you wanted to just look at specific scenes and just freeze frame or study from them, it was good for that too. It was just from top to bottom, it was good. Um, yeah, if you just wanted to specifically look at it for its animation quality, could look at that too. But if you want to look at it as a narrative, both of those really good. I recommend both of them. I recommend. It's interesting because they hit differently, a certain type of way, right? If you actually are an artist, Look Back's gonna hit you harder. Or a creative person, they're gonna hit you harder. You're gonna be able to actually, what is it called? Relate to the person in there. If you used to draw when you was in school or whatever, it's gonna hit you harder. When it comes to checking out One Piece fan letter, One Piece fan letter is literally like a. It's kind of like. So, it's basically like this. I'm trying to give it the right words, you know? So, a lot of the One Piece fans have kind of grown up with One Piece at this point to some degree. Like, One Piece has been around for almost 30 years. And a lot of the fans, some of the fans of One Piece now animate on it. And they're amazing. And even the person who directed the episode, probably was a fan of it when they were younger. Like, they grew up with it, right? And it's this combination of like narrative and awareness that there are just not only are there fans of One Piece or the Straw Hats that are inside of the universe of One Piece, but also it acknowledges the fan base of fans or the fan base of One Piece that is in real life. And it brings up several narratives and conversations that are being had or were being had about the things that are happening inside the story in the actual show. It's really good. Like it's really good. Um, One Piece is on break right now in the anime, and what an episode to leave us with to prepare us for, or to kind of just have us stay with until they come back after their 6 month break. We got about like 12 minutes left. But anyone checking out the VOD or here right now, thanks so much for coming through and hanging out with me, checking out the stream. I really appreciate it a lot. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more videos like mine. I'm going to be, streaming more often. When I get a schedule, I'll tell you guys what the schedule is. So far, it has been around like 5 or 5:30 p.m. on Eastern time. And it usually goes to about 8:30. That's kind of like the time frame I'm trying to shoot for. Unless I find the time to just do some sort of all-day stream or something like that. And if so, I'll tell you guys on social media. Though it seems like Twitter is in decline right now, be sure to check me out over there on Twitter. I'm mainly on Twitter, on Blue Sky, and those are kind of like, Twitter and Blue Sky for the most part. And I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So whichever platform you prefer, hang out wherever you'd like to. I'll see your comment and I'll reply to you if you leave one. Be sure to also check out the links in the description. As you can see today, I'm working on my comic. My comic is called The Divinity. It is a manga-inspired comic, which is read from right to left. And it is an action-adventure comic about, this kid here that you can see kind of, when I talk, that's him. That's kind of like the guy. But, yeah, I kind of want to do a big summary right now what it's about. But it's an action-adventure comic about this kid who opens up a temple and awakens a god. And essentially, the story kind of starts from there. He's a martial artist. He's got pretty strong kicks, and he wants to, he wants to eventually show his teacher that he can keep up with him, but he's got a long road ahead to be able to do such a thing. And the story kind of opens up when this god awakens and kind of starts throwing the plot at him, essentially being like, hey, here's these things that you might want to keep in mind, type thing. And he's all like, yeah, I kind of want to do my own thing. And she's like, all right. So you're kind of going to see how far that's going to be able to go before being completely acknowledged. And so if you guys are in a mood for anything like that, make sure to check out The Divinity. Check it out for yourself, honestly. I've gotten a lot better since I started, and I'm going to be trying to get the story to its conclusion in, a good amount of time from now, honestly. I have about 150 or so pages up online as far as free sites like Tapas and Webtoon for you guys to check out. So that honestly won't take anyone too much time if they're enjoying themselves checking it out. And it's on Tapas and Webtoon so far for the free sites. I have about 8 more pages or so available on Patreon for people to come through. So if you'd like to support me, come through to Patreon. The tier for the comic support, or any support is good because there is a $1 tier. But the tier for the comic is a $5 donation. It is a monthly thing nowadays. That is a monthly thing. And with that, you get more comic content than on the free sites. So you're going to stay ahead of everyone else. I'm thinking about getting it to about double. So if I am going to be posting at least 1 page every week on all the free sites, you guys will be getting 8 pages. And if I increase it, I will also increase the amount of pages to Patreon. So that tier is $5. If you go to $6, you get to see behind the scenes. You get to see storyboards from chapters, rough drawings and things of that nature, even some inked pages in high quality that you guys will be able to like download and do whatever with, that you'll be able to actually own, right? Isn't that awesome? Because Netflix, my bad, not Netflix, like, you know, PlayStation and stuff like that, you buy a movie or something on there and they shut down the service, all of a sudden the movie you bought isn't there anymore. It's not cool. But you'll be able to download whatever you want as long as I have the attachment. And if you don't see it, you can just ask me and I'll just go ahead and find it and upload it straight to you, send it to you, whatever. So very much, all you guys support is appreciated. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. But yeah, look out for me on the social medias when I make a announcement to stream. It might be tomorrow or Friday that I might stream again. Around this time, around 5:30 to about 8:30. So thanks so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, everyone.